Welcome back to another video, everyone. It's been exactly 1 week since I had my Jackery charged, a full 7 days. Let's have a little look and see how much power we've got left on the Jackery. 8%! By that ratio, we're using 20% a week. 5 weeks I could get. Now, I'm telling you, that shows you how good. When you stop, so basically I've stopped using the Jackery for things like running my laptop, which, I mean, that's it really. It still powers my lights and everything else. So if you're like a normal person that doesn't film a lot of stuff and use your laptop a lot, it shows you how good the 500 watt Jackery really is. It will keep you going for weeks and weeks on one sole charge, which is just amazing to me. Right, I'll get you set up on the little post thing and I'll have a little chat with you guys. Welcome back to another video, everyone. Like I said earlier, my name's JD. If you haven't watched me before, basically we were traveling around the UK. I got a new job near the Lake District and I was going to use that job as a base to then fund going around the Lake District here, there and everywhere. I then had issues with the clutch. I kind of found a way to bodge around it, knew that it was becoming more and more of an issue, got the van through the MOT, spent loads of money on MOT and radiator and all bits and bobs repairing it, ready to come back up here. Came back up and the clutch went. We've now been on the side of the road coming up to 4 weeks now in the same space, guys. So for any questions out there regarding does anyone care or notice, or if you're worried about parking up on the side of the road or in a spot, guys, I've been in the same spot for coming up to 4 weeks in a row. Okay, so not through choice, but that does just show you that you can get away with parking up in the same spot or parking up. Which just parks on the side of the street. So that's it. Why have I been parked here for 4 weeks? I'm not a millionaire. I've said this 1,000 million times. I haven't got the funds to fix the clutch. I am in full-time employment though, so it's just a case of saving up for the clutch and then we will get the clutch sorted. Simple as that. You know, these things happen in life. It's what I'm learning to deal with. I don't think any point I've got a bit angry or upset about the situation, maybe in the beginning, but after about the first day I just kind of realised that I had to take this a day at a time, and to be honest with you, it's just got easier and easier. I couldn't have done it without the help from multiple people. I had help from people that I work with. I've joined a gym, which I probably wouldn't have done if the van was still working. I shower there regularly. I now do martial arts at the gym 3 times a week. I'm running. I ran about 10 miles yesterday on the treadmill. Doing a bit of training, as in like calisthenics, I think it's called. No, I can't remember. Where you just train your own body weight. I've been doing that as well. So bizarrely, this is what you would call a bit of a bad situation or circumstance has actually turned into a really, really beneficial time for me in a way. And I've also found I'm now an observer of Buddhism as well as of the past week, and I've been studying that every single day, trying to get the hang of that and just trying to free my mind from all this anxiety and awfulness in the world, which is another thing that takes up a lot of my time. So I've gone from someone who used to live in a fixed property, I don't know, when was it? 6 months ago? 7 months ago? Highly depressed, highly anxious, no motivation, nothing. Everything had gone in my life, you know, every type of way that you could lose it, it was gone. I'd lost everything. And now I'm trying to enlighten myself and become my true self spiritually, and I'm trying to become happier from within. I find enjoyment in just walking through the park already, and I'm now on this fitness journey where I'm studying these martial arts and teaching myself through YouTube how to do that in the middle of the gym. So I feel like I've developed as a person enormously over the last 6 months. I'm shocked at, we went from, the biggest transfer was going from traveller, which is what we were when we first started this journey on this channel. We were travellers and we travelled here, there and everywhere. It was amazing fun. I class that little era of this channel as we were tourists. Then to go from like part-timers is what they're referred to in van life, where you're just a part-time van life, I don't know how to describe that, to then we went to like permanent living, where I gave up the flat. I actually gave the flat up, I put all my furniture into storage, and then later I donated half of that to charity and sold the rest, or just stored a tiny bit. So super exciting. I'm super happy that I've started this journey. It's the very beginning of our journey, and I thoroughly enjoy life now. And for anyone else that's thinking about doing something like this, living in a van, traveling in a van, I'm showing you the raw side of it. I've always done that on this channel, the rawness and the realism of what it's actually like. It's not all unicorns and rainbows, but if you can get into a state of happiness all the time, you won't have any issues at all. And I would push this lifestyle onto everyone and anyone, because it's just changed me as a person so much. What have you missed, guys? So I tried hand washing my clothes because I'm trying to get what do we call it, independent, of having to rely on things like laundrettes and stuff. I'm trying to become fully, independent. There's another word for it, I can't think of it right now. So I tried hand washing my clothes. Didn't work out, guys. I would say they're sort of half washed, and also they held the wetness for bloody ages. So what I done was, I got 8 litres of water, okay, I got 4 litres I put in the tub. I just picked up some washing liquid, which was this generic washing liquid here. That was just the one they had on the shelf. There is better travelling stuff you can buy. And I put 4 litres in with that, and then you just act like a washing machine. You need it for ages. Let it sit, and then all the dirt comes out. You then rinse everything off, change the water out for fresh water, the other 4 litres of water, and then you put it all back in, let it sit, and then you wring it all out. Well, the problem was, I noticed that wringing everything out, for one, took forever, and secondly, I just couldn't wring it out enough. So 4 days later, everything is still sodding wet in the van, because there's no heat in the van as such to dry anything. So the guidance that I followed, I think they meant that if you had a heat source, your clothes would dry very quickly. But if you haven't got a heat source, drying your clothes is an absolute bloody nightmare, I've already learned. For anyone, basically I've been in the middle of this rainy, wetty storm thing for the last few days. So there's just been a constant dampness throughout the whole van. Luckily, touch wood, I have no mould issues or anything like that in here, but I do keep an eye on it. So I done that. I had a really good gym session yesterday, although I was a bit vulnerable in my mind yesterday. I felt really, I was really irrational in my thinking, and my thoughts were all over the place. But then I worked out why. It's because I gave up the energy drinks, the Monster and the Red Bulls and the cheap energy drinks. I gave that up, and I also gave vaping up again. And I couldn't work out why my mind was so chaotic at work, and I couldn't get my mind to just stabilise and just flatline, just be in a bit of peace that I usually am at work. I was just darting off here, there and everywhere, and I just thought everyone was staring at me and trying to cause an argument, and it was terrible. So then I worked out, okay, you're in withdrawal, that's why, and that's why the mind was haywire. One day later, my mind has settled so much. So there you go. Bear with it, people. If you're trying to give up and stuff, every single day is better and easier. My sister always said to me, she's always been very jealous of me because I can just give up something just like that. I've always had very strong willpower, and I just kind of just go, I'm not doing it anymore, or I'm not going to do it for a year, and then I'll just give up for a year, and a year later I'll just start again. Been very lucky like that. I can just like kind of do what I want in regards to like smoking and stuff. I can literally just pick up a cigarette one day and then not for 10 days. But no, but it's obviously it still affects you because you've got all the toxins and awful stuff in there. So alongside the fitness and the boxing and everyone, and the martial arts that I'm learning and teaching myself, and the trying to concentrate my mind on just positive positive thoughts all the time. If I get negative thoughts, I'm trying to like bat them away. Alongside quitting the vaping, quitting the energy drinks, only eating what is required. I've noticed already within a week that my body is like feeling much stronger already, and that's my core is suddenly there, which hasn't been in a very long time. So I was sort of boxing yesterday, it's going, and all of a sudden I was like, whoa, I've got strength there. I can feel like strength holding me up. I felt really like stabilised and strong all of a sudden. Just sort of snapped back in. That's a little update for you. It's Tuesday. It's good to talk to you, everyone. As usual, I had a bit of a struggle, people, trying to film stuff, because what can you film when you're not doing nothing apart from the same stuff? I go to the gym Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I then have Tuesday, Thursday as my rest days, which is when I'm able to film usually. And then usually if I'm walking back from the gym, I'm walking through the park. So do I just film in the park every single video? What can you do? So there you go. Right, moving on. So no news on the clutch front at the moment. I'm not sure. It could be a couple of months till we're back getting this clutch into this engine. I don't know yet. We'll have to see what happens in regards to that. But what I am doing is I'm now looking into winter prep, okay? Because I've worked out that we're fairly secure here, we're fairly stable, and if we're not, I've now got people that will tow me to somewhere else. So I've started looking into winter prep, all right? Now, any of you lot, you van life people, have you got any experience? Have you got any experience with portable van heaters? Okay, there's a few online, and what it is they come in a big case, and then you've just got to basically. Do you guys know if the Jackery 500 will power one of these portable heaters? They look exactly the same as a heater you install into your van, except it's just in a case and it's mobile. You still need an exhaust, so you still need to find an exhaust out of this van somehow. But I just really need to know about the power front. How do they run purely on diesel? Do they need to start on power, or do they need power all the time? Are they power hungry? If anyone knows about that, I'd really appreciate that help. Thanks for watching, everyone. Let me know what you want to see in the videos. Chuck any questions you've got for me in regards to the van and where I'm parked at in my current situation, and I'll always answer them in the next video. I'll see you all on Sunday. I hope you all have a lovely weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.